The Review Warrior.
Hey again, folks. I'm back with another list. Okay, you all know that whenever you have a top 10 best list, there's always gonna be a top 10 worst of the year list. Or in my case, top 5. This year, whenever I heard that a film was terrible, I just avoided it. But these 5 films just bothered me a little bit, to the extent where they're included in my worst list. I didn't get chance to watch that Children of the Corn remake or Aquaman and the Death of the DCU, aka Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, but I have watched some crap. I do have one dishonorable mention this year, and that title goes to Dashing Through the Snow. Right, let me explain this one. I know I said I didn't mind it, but some of the film wasn't good. It has some terrible CGI that looked unfinished. You'd think you were watching Birdemic or Norm of the North. Like I said in my review, I did mention that some of the scenes in the trailer were missing, kinda like the Three Stooges and the dog shit pile known as Artemis Fowl. So yeah, even though the film was fine, it was still disappointing. That's why it's my honorable mention for this year's worst of 2023. Right, I've kept you all waiting long enough. Like I said in my top 10 best of the year list, this list is my opinion. It's not an official list, this isn't the list to go by. But anyway, we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty. Here is my top 5 worst films of 2023. Starting with
Number 5.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Just a little bit disappointing, this one. It was long, it got really boring in a couple of scenes. Dial of Destiny was a little worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, if you can believe it. Harrison Ford, bless him. He was only okay this time as Indy. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was alright, but the worst thing about this film that bothered me to no end was the atrocious CGI. Honestly, it looked like the shitty CGI face change in Fant 4 Stick. Remember that shit? Yeah, I do. It's on Disney Plus as well, okay. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is at number 5. Fair play to James Mangold though, he did try.
Number 4.
Meg 2, The Trench. It's just people at the bottom of the ocean walking from one underwater station to another. Like I said in my review for this film, it felt a lot like the scene in Clerks 2 when Randall describes the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's just them walking. Walking. Oh yeah, and more walking. When it was in the climax of the film, it was basically a smaller version of the climax of the first film. I like Jason Statham, but I don't see him coming back for a Meg 3 if there was one. Or maybe he's running out of money. Probably explains Expendables 4 as well. I haven't seen Expendables 4 yet, but from what I'm hearing, I'm glad I haven't. Meg 2, The Trench though. Nope.
Number 3.
Family Switch. God, I wanted to like this one. Family Switch was a cringy-ass Christmas comedy that I watched on the lead-up to what's now Last Christmas. It has so many cliches and overused jokes, I just checked out after an hour. I feel so sorry for Jennifer Garner and Ed Helms. They've starred in so many good films, but then again, they did star in Elektra and Vacation. Not together by the way. This film also reminded me of the terrible CGI from Son of the Mask, because the dog and the freaking baby swap bodies. When the baby acts like the dog, it was like Son of the Mask in all the worst ways. I do not recommend Family Switch, it was atrocious, it was unfunny, and it can go straight to hell where it belongs. Merry freaking Christmas.
Number 2.
65. Going back to the Clerks 2 scene again, 65 is just that. Oh my god, this film was a boring and predictable mess. The final battle in the film had the exact same lighting as AVP, Requiem. I can't remember a single thing about 65, Adam Driver was okay and the little girl was the standout in this absolute crapfest. Once again, the CGI was horrible, some of the set design was okay. For a 90-minute film, it slowed down like hell, and once it was over and the credits started, I thanked the Lord above. Oh, and Sam Raimi produced it. Why? You produced Evil Dead Rise, what the hell? And now we have number 1. This film annoyed the hell out of me, and it's weird to have an MCU film as my number 1 worst film of the year, but regardless, my number 1 worst film of 2023 is
Number one, number one, number one, number one.
The Marvels. If you thought Thor, The Dark World or Eternals was bad, wait till you see The Marvels. This film is one reason why the MCU needs to take a couple of years off. The MCU has been on a bit of a downward spiral as of late. Since Endgame, it's gone down in quality. Yes, we've had incredible films like No Way Home, Wakanda Forever and Guardians 3, and some amazing TV shows including WandaVision, Loki and Hawkeye, but the MCU needs to stick to doing TV shows for a while. I mean, we've just got What If? Season 2, and Echo coming soon. I'll give the film this though. Iman Vellani was incredible as Ms. Marvel like I mentioned in my review, but even with her fun carefree on-screen presence, it doesn't alter the fact that The Marvels was trash and is my number 1 worst film of 2023. That's it for films in 2023. It's been a fun year in cinema this year, bar from the atrocities I've mentioned before. In the UK, we've had the Oscar-winning Renaissance, the incredible restaurant experience with some sinister dishes, and we've also had some controversial superhero stuff including a film with someone who is faster than the speed of sound. I can't wait to see what 2024 brings us. We've got The Iron Claw, Argyle, Dune, Part 2, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, The Fall Guy, Furiosa, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and so much more. Which makes me wonder, what are you guys' top 10 best and worst films of the year? Whatever they are, comment below and give me a bell. I've been the Review Warrior, and thank you all for sticking around for another year of reviews. Bring on 2024 baby. End card rap guy, take it away.
Thanks for watching my review. If you have any ideas for reviews, comment below and let me know. See you next time on The Review Warrior.
Also, if you like what you see, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.